Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Muhammad Khairi. So I would like to share the lab exercise about observe DNS resolution. So before we started our exercise, we need to know what is DNS resolution. So DNS resolution, DNS is the stands for domain name system. It is mapped by the IP address to host connected to either the public or the private internet. It is through process called DNS resolution and making it an essential part of the organization infrastructure. So before we move to the next part, we need to know what the objective of this exercise. The first one is observe the DNS conversion of a URL to an IP address. Observe DNS lookup using the nslookup command on a website. And also the last one is observe DNS lookup using the nslookup command on mail servers. So background. So the name of DNS invoke the type of uniform resource locator URL such as the HTTPS www.cisco.com into a web browser. So this part of URL describe which protocol is used. Common protocols are hypertext transfer protocol (HTTP), hypertext transfer protocol over secure socket layer (HTTPS), and also the file transfer protocol (FTP). So the required resources for everyone is everyone need to have one PC with Windows and Internet Command Prompt access. So the first part. So we need to open our command prompt. So this is my command prompt, and we need to ping the URL of www.ican.org. So let us ping this. Ping. So we can just copy and paste. And enter. So what actually this link is? It is ICANN coordinates the DNS, IP address, top level domain name system management, and also root server system management function. The computer must translate www.ican.org into an IP address to know where to send the ICMP packets. So as we have pinged this www.ican.org, so in my PC, it has only shown the IPv4 for this IP address. So I have nothing about the IPv6 address. So as we can see, there is no here. If the domain is resolved to an IP address, use the command ping uh, -4 .org to translate into IPv4 address if desired. So in my PC there is no IPv6, so we can just ignore this ping negative for the WRG. So the next one is the C part. Type the IPv4 address from step B into web browser instead of URL. Enter HTTPS. Enter HTTPS in the web browser. If your computer has an IPv6 address, you can enter the IPv6 address in the web browser. So we try to take this IPv4 number and insert in the website. So you can just do it. HTTPS take this IPv4, Control C, and Control V. So it will bring you guys to this website, which is the ICANN website. So next, the part, notice that the ICANN home web page is display without using DNS. So to make this word to be more easily to understand, so when you type a website like www.icann.org into your web browser, you are using words that are very easy for people to remember. However, computer actually prefer to work with the numbers. DNS is like a translator that turns the words into numbers. For example, the website based an uh, IP address of this can be written in base 2 binary as this one. So what will happen if you cut and paste these base 2 numbers into a web browser? So we can just take this and search in the web browser, p and https control v. So what will be output? So nothing will be display. So the answer for this one, what will happen if you cut and paste this base 2 into the number into a web browser? The website does not display. So the software code used in the web browser recognize base 10 number. It does not recognize base 2 numbers. So next one, we go to the E part. At the command prompt, ping www.cisco.com. So there's note here. If the domain name is resolved to an IPv6, use the ping -4 www.cisco.com translate into IPv4 address if desired. So again, in my PC there's no shown about the IPv6, so we can just ping this cisco.com and it will brings you to the IP address of IPv4. C and Control V. So here are the IPv4 of the www.cisco.com. So this name e2867.dskakmyedge.net is the name different with this ping cisco.com. So the IP address, so this IP address may vary. So the next one is when you ping www.cisco.com, do you get the same IP address as the example explained? So as I have explained before, the answer will be vary depend upon where you are geographically. So the Cisco host is web content on a series of a mirror server. This means the Cisco upload the same content to the geographical diverse. This is spread out all over the world servers. When someone tries to reach www.cisco.com, the traffic is directed to the closest mirror server. So the when we type the IP address that you obtain when you ping www.cisco, into a web browser does the website display. So we will try to take this IP address when we ping this www.cisco.com. So we take this, Control C, Control HTTPS, Control K, proceed. So this IP address will show the invalid URL. So the website does not display. There are at least two possible explanations for this. The first one is the some of the web browser are configured to accept IP address sent from a browser and some are not. And the second one is it may be a firewall rule in the Cisco security system that prohibits an IP address from being sent via a browser. So depending on the web browser, you can also get a message saying the connection is not secure or there's a certificate error. So it will display on the invalid URL. So that's for the end for the part 1. So we will move to the part 2 website. So the first one, at the command prompt, type the nslookup command. So we can just type this nslookup. So for this nslookup, the DNS address is 172.20.10.1. So in my case, the nslookup, it will show the IPv4 either other than the IPv6. So what is the default DNS server use? The default DNS server use is this one. Okay, so next is notice how the command prompt change the greater symbol. This is the nslookup prompt. From this prompt, you can enter commands related to the DNS. So by enter the question mark symbol, we can get all the answer of DNS from the above address. Next one is in the nslookup prompt, type www.cisco.com. So we can just copy this one and paste. Sorry. Okay. So this www.cisco.com, the address is IPv4 172.20.10.1. It is just same as the above, and it is non-attributive answer for this name DSA aka maiedg.net. So this is the IP for this name, also the next IP, and this is the IPv4 for this name. And the alias, they have 4 alias for this www.cisco.com, which are these. So what is translated in the IPv4 address? The IPv4 that is translated is 172.20.10.1. So net, the IP address from your location will most likely to be different because Cisco use mirrored server in various locations around the world. So the question is it the same IP address shown in the ping command? So in this IPv4, I'm sorry, 183.171.229.14, and this one 183.171.229.14. So the answer is yes. It is just the same because it has the same IPv4, but the IPv6 might be different. So next one, under the address, in addition to the IPv4 IP address, there are following numbers, which are these. What are these? So this is the IPv6 in the IPv version 6, the IP address at which the website is reachable. So IPv6 permits the use of more than one IPv6 configured on that server. So for the C, at the nslookup prompt, use the IP address of the Cisco web server that you just found. You can just nslookup to get the domain name of an IP address if you do not know the URL. So based on the stated IP, what will be see wait. I've got a problem with this my PC, so I can just copy from this exercise sample. So from this IP, we can show the non-existent domain. This and this is the name of the IP address, akamaiteknology.com, with this address. So when we copy this address, the other address, it will show the unknown. There is non-existent domain in the IP address. So you can use the nslookup tool to translate the domain names into IP address. You can also use it to translate IP address into domain names. Using the nslookup tool, record the IP address associated with www.google.com. So we just copy this URL. So we will get this non-iterative answer with this name www.google.com with these two IPv6 and IPv4 address. This is the DNS server. Okay, so next for the part 3, observe the DNS lookup using the nslookup command on the mail server. So the first one, at the nslookup prompt, type set type equal to mx to use nslookup to identify mail server. So we can just copy this set type mx equal equal mx. And second one, at the nslookup prompt, type cisco.com. Proceed. So the output will given. So for this cisco.com, this URL, the address for this cisco.com is given IPv4 172.2.0.10.1, and for the non-authoritative answer, so based on this three cisco.com, there will be given different MX preference and also mail exchanger with a different one. So A fundamental principle of a network design is redundancy. More than one mail server is configured. In this way, if one mail server is unreachable, then the computer making the query tries to second mail server. Email administrator determine which mail server is contacted first by using MX preference. The mail server with the lowest MX preference is contacted first. So based on the output above, which mail server will be contacted first when the email is sent to the cheatcode.com. So when the email is sent to the cheatcode.com, the mail server that will be contacted first is the one with the lowest MX preference. So the lowest MX preference is this one. So the answer for this question is this one, ALLN mx01.cisco.com. Okay, so next, uh, at the nslookup prompt, type exit to return to regular PC command prompt. So type exit. For the last part is write all the IP address DNS server that your school use. So this one is site independent. So when I type ipconfig all, so I'm using WLAN adapter Wi-Fi. So the DNS server that is stated is this one, 172.2.0.10.1. Okay, so reflected question: what is the fundamental purpose of DNS? So DNS basically acts like a phone book for the internet. So DNS translate names to numbers. The numbers can be either IPv4 or IPv6. So that's all from me. Thank you.